Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 in Kingsland, Texas, and I have a good video for you this morning related to what's going on all around us, this damn virus and all that crap, and all the lockdown and different things. Here's some suggestions. I'm going to start off with some suggestions to businesses, and so that their customers will know what they can expect. For example, here in Kingsland, Texas, there's a grocery store, a small one, and there's people in line waiting outside, okay? They're waiting outside to go inside and get groceries. But what I suggest is that store post a list of things that are unavailable on the door, all right, in 2 or 3 different places. Why? So that people don't wait in line to go in the store and get nothing. Does that make any sense? The reason I know that, I was just there. I was watching people come out with baskets basically empty, and people standing in line, 30 or 40 people waiting to go in because they just let in a few at a time, and that's a local policy, I guess. I don't know. Enough said about that. Doesn't matter. So, suggestion to you businesses, let your customers know what you don't have, okay? Let them know. Let them know. Be honest, okay? Don't kid them. Don't say, well, you know, we may have it tomorrow, you know, so come stand in line again. Crap on that. Enough said about that. Next thing. All you businesses, if you're going to change your hours and all that stuff, you know, not only, you know, do the internet stuff, which is nice. I've gotten emails from Bank of America, everything I've ever owned or had a credit card telling me what they're doing to, you know, to curtail the virus expansion and all this stuff. What the hell is that? Nothing. They ain't doing nothing. I mean, it ain't going to help. So give your customers the information they need. Particularly you stores that are selling products that are used in homes. I mean, dollar store, Dollar General, same way, you know. Let people know what you don't have. If you don't have toilet paper, you don't have paper towels, you don't have chicken, you don't have milk, you don't have eggs, you don't have cereal, you don't have chips, on and on and on. Let them know, you know, because as I was saying, I'll get back to that story. I noticed some people coming out pushing a basket, and I slowed down and talked to one person, had a basket basically empty, and they told me about what was not available. So then I pulled around by the people waiting in line and said, hey, you know, what do you have on your shopping list? Well, I need to get milk, eggs, toilet paper, paper towel, you know, on and on, chicken, beef. I said, honey, they ain't got any of that. You're kidding. No, I'm not kidding. You know, check with them. But anyway, enough said. Suggestion 1, let customers know what you don't have. You know, Amazon's doing that, but you know, Amazon is saying out of stock. That's wonderful, and that's a help. That's a start. At least you know they ain't got it. But they also give you the option of being notified whenever that product becomes available. Because right now the hoarders, or whatever you want to call them, the people that are stocking up for the next 100 years, it's causing a lot of problems. So, and then now let's go forward one more step to the individuals, me, you, others. What can you do? First of all, the key word is adapt. Adapt, adapt, adapt. What does that mean? What can you do? What can I do? I don't know what the hell to do. Give you some suggestions. 1, make a list of the things you're going to need in the next 2 weeks. Okay? From now on, your grocery list you prepare not for tomorrow or the 2 days or this weekend. No. What am I going to need to live on for the next 2 weeks? If you can make it a month, but I'd say 2 weeks is plenty. Then get you a little neighborhood group. Don't get too many, because the more you get, the worse it gets. I was in Mongolia in the Peace Corps, and it was always difficult to find enough food to make a meal. So a few of us kind of banded together and had a little verbal agreement that, you know, hey, if you find toilet paper, you know, grab me an extra roll or whatever, and that worked. That helped a little bit. But in this situation, you do the same thing. You know, tell your sister, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, whoever you trust, and you know that can remember what day it is. Next time you go to the store, you know, if you see some paper towels, grab an extra roll. You know, if they allow you to buy whatever, you know, get me an extra roll or whatever. Or if there's some chicken there, you know, grab an extra deal, or you know, whatever, you know, cereal, anything you can think of, and you know, have you a little list, and then and pay them. If it's $1.50 for the item, give them $2 because they saved you a trip, and on and on that'll go. So basically, what I'm saying is adapt, and this is just some modifications you can make. You got to make mental adjustments because things have changed, and we're still in the old gear. You know what I mean? We're still in first gear, and we need to be in fifth. And so we got to shift all the way through to get to fifth gear and kind of move the process along. And for those of you in cities that are locked down, I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'm sure you're able to go to the grocery store, and I'm sure you're able to take care of your, quote, basic needs, or what the hell, you're going to die? They're going to starve you to death, you know? I mean, no, I doubt that's going to happen. But if you're quarantined or in-place quarantine, whatever, know the rules. What can I do? What can I do? Don't guess. Don't guess. Don't assume that lockdown or whatever they call it in your area means you can't do anything. Don't assume that. Assumption is the mother of all mistakes. I guarantee you, I've done it. So, learn the rules. Then, look at them. Okay, I can't do this, can't do that, can't do the, whatever. Once you know your limitations, then you can begin to live again. Otherwise, you're going to be totally frustrated for this whole process, and it may take a month, two. Who knows? I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm not even going to try to guess. Learn the rules, adapt, and move on. As far as acquiring living products, food, all that, don't worry about it. It'll work out. You stay steady at it, it'll work out. And as far as ordering stuff on Amazon, do it. If it says it's going to be 6 weeks or 4 weeks before you get it, what the hell? A month is going to go by. Order it. You know what I mean? It's not hoarding. You're just planning ahead. Planning ahead, but don't plan ahead for the next 100 years. Plan ahead for the next few weeks at a time. And every 2 or 3 days, check your inventory and kind of just kind of keep the ball moving forward. You know what I mean? And as far as the bottled water and stuff, hell, get a filter, huh? Hello, you can filter water, you guys. You don't need it. And it's 1/10 as much as buying bottled water. So get you a filter. You can buy water filters. You can get different kinds, and they work. Do I use it? Yeah, I use filters. Sure, I do. Does it filter the chlorine and stuff out of the water? Yep, sure does. Tastes good to me. And I'm 74, still here. So, what else can I say about this whole thing? Take the bull by the horns, man. God almighty. Don't let this thing. This ain't nothing, man. This is nothing. I'm telling you. This thing, it's just a matter of adapting to a sudden change that came upon us. And sudden changes are always the worst. Because if it's a gradual change, you don't even know it changed. It just kind of, all of a sudden it wasn't there, but you've adapted already because it was such a slow change. But in this situation, we kind of got slapped in the face, and boom, it's there, and the grocery stores the shelves are empty. There's no reason for them to be empty. People are not eating anymore. Huh? I'm not. But what they're doing is their freezers that were half full now are full and a half. And their toilet paper and paper towel inventory that used to be 4 or 5 rolls is now 75 and 80. And so, once we get over that hump, things will level out a little bit. But anyway, just cruising along here thinking, guys, because I got a little frustrated when I went by the store and I see these people standing out there like a gang of idiots. And, of course, they don't know. And the word idiot might be a little too strong. But, what it is, nobody thought about asking what the hell's available, okay? The obvious question, I'm standing here in line and I'm waiting to get this product. Is it in the store? A good question would be, is it? I'd call them. Call the damn store and ask them, you got any bread? They'll tell you. I'm sure they will if you can get through to them. And what else? And and the obvious questions, don't be ashamed to ask. If you're going to go to a restaurant and have a meal, call ahead and say, we're coming in, we got 30 people. What about it? And if they say no, then go to option 2. Okay, we're going to be 31 people. You know what I mean? We're going to come in one at a time. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. But you can't be a group. You can come in one at a time and be 30 in this area over here, but you can't come in, and say you're a group. If you say you're a group, you're dead. You can't do that. So anyway, and a lot of things are changing. But the changes aren't that bad. For example, my bank here in Kingsland, Texas, you know, you can still go in the lobby. You know, but some banks, larger bank chains, you know, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and some of them, you know, they're closing their lobbies, and that just means you got to go to the drive up or go to the ATM machine. You know, that's not a big problem. You know, I can't think of a banking thing you need to do that you need to go inside for. Okay, and so what we're going to do, we're just going to learn how to access and use what's available quicker. You know, these things have all been available. The internet's been available. All these options have been available for us for years. But now we're going to be forced to do it. Is that bad? Hell no. It's the greatest thing since fried chicken, in my opinion, if you can find a chicken to fry. Okay. But what else can I think of? Adapt. You know, come on, man. Be real. You know, sit down, think. You know, I ordered some paper towels for me over the internet. They're not going to be delivered till March the 25th. Is that a problem? No. I got one roll. It'll last me till the 25th and more because I don't use that much. Of course, I'm one person. Now, where are you getting hammered, where the world's getting hammered, is these people that have 4 or 5 kids at home. Now, think about that. Now, you got to plan meals and stuff and all kind of things, you know, and that just magnifies the problem because these kids, you know, they're not able to drive and, you know, do things on their own. Most of them, you know, say they're under 10 years old, whatever. You know, that's tough, you know, and people live in an area where they don't have a car, and, you know, they're relying on other people for other things. So, you know, there's certainly isolated situations where what I'm saying would be difficult. But be logical, look at the facts, and adapt, and do it over and over and over. And next thing you know, it becomes a habit. You got it. Okay? Just plan a little further ahead. You know, if the product that you're looking for is not available and it's something you need, then go ahead and order it. If it takes 3 weeks to get it, so what? You ain't going anywhere. But again, be proactive. Take the bull by the horns. That's what that means. But having said that, guys, from near Kingsland, Texas, passing by Lake Buchanan on the left, this is Rusty 78609, just trying to give you some insights that may help you get through this a little easier. I was in the Peace Corps in Mongolia in 1994-5, and you couldn't find anything, man. I mean, no, to get enough products or enough things to make a meal, you may have to walk 7 or 8 miles, and I'm talking about walking. You know, we didn't have a car or bicycle or any of that crap. And that was in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, back in 94, 95, where the country was going through a big transition. A lot of products weren't available. You know, bread would show up one day, and the next day it wouldn't be any. You know, you go to certain stores that had some products, next day they wouldn't have any. And so it was difficult. You know, you had to learn, you know, kind of what days to be where and what time. And, you know, when the trucks came in, you better be getting out there and getting you some stuff, because, or you go to the circus market in Ulaanbaatar, and yeah, you could find products there most of the time, but, you know, once they were sold out, they were sold out. There wasn't no more, because, you know, Ulaanbaatar doesn't have there's no port, you know what I mean? They're landlocked, you know what I mean? Mongolia is landlocked. You know, everything comes in on rail or by trucks primarily. Maybe a few products come in by air, but not much. But yeah, so you know, it's the same. So it's very similar. You know, you just have to plan ahead. And but having said that, I think I've kind of beat this old dog to death. But suggest to your grocery stores, particularly, suggest to them that daily or hourly somebody be designated to post a bulletin showing what products are not available. Because, you know, if the product you're looking for is not on the list, then you can make the assumption that it's probably in the store and there is a reason for you to wait. But if it's on the list, it ain't there. You're standing out there in the cold or rain or whatever. Hello. Anyway, guys, Central Texas, thumbs up. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Doesn't cost you a single penny. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones. It'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you won't want to eat so much. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply. hold it a few seconds and breathe out slowly. What does that do? Lowers stress, which lowers your blood pressure, and right now you may need to do that a lot. And then what else? Stretch, walk, exercise your body once or twice a day. It's good for you, and in fact it helps lower stress, but you'll feel better and you may live healthier a little longer. What else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Don't let negative Nancy or negative Ned get inside of your head. Think realistically, look at the facts, and go forward. You know what I mean? It's easy for people to make people make assumptions all the time that are not based on facts. Even news stories are often wrong. A lot of the time they are wrong or inaccurate. So stand guard at the door of your mind. Adapt and enjoy your life. Relax, chill out, enjoy your life. But here's the crazy thing: they're never out of wine or beer. The wine and beer distributors are taking care of their customers. By God, I give them credit for that. So having said that, guys, enjoy your life. Adios. Bye-bye.